Well, it's a very controversial subject, but we've got to talk about it. We just have to. Stay tuned. You're watching The Carnivore Champion. Well, hello YouTube. Welcome back to the Carnivore Champion. My name is Johnny, and in today's video we're going to talk about, we're at least going to approach the subject of something very controversial. The law of unintended consequences. Now, what do I mean by that? Your hope and my hope and everybody that's on this way of eating, on this way of living, I think the vast majority of us, if not all of us, hope and pray that our neighbors and friends and family and strangers and church members and everybody would adopt a way of eating similar to ours. But what would that do to an economy that's built on poisoning its people? Think about it. How many people work in the fast food industry? How many people work in the processed food industry? How many people work in the transportation industry that transport Oreo cookies and Chips Ahoy and Doritos and Fritos? How many truck drivers do that pretty much exclusively? I used to. How many people work at Pepsi-Cola? How many people work at Coca-Cola? How many people work at the dialysis centers scattered throughout this nation? There's 5 or 6 dialysis centers right here in Concord where I live, a little small community. How many people work in the cancer industry making chemotherapy and the packaging for chemotherapy? So what if we had 20 million Americans, and I know there are people watching me in other countries, but bear with me, we're just talking about America, the U.S. for right now. What if 20 million Americans decided that they were tired of being sick and inflamed and miserable, and they adopted a carnivore, ketovore way of living, and they ditched all that stuff and they completely reversed all of their medical maladies? I mean, think about it. Dave Mack, for example, has interviewed like 1,300 people, and out of those 1,300 people, pretty much all of them has gotten rid of all their medications. Me, for one, I used to take 5 different medications. I take 0. Kerry Mann, Homestead Howe, used to take a bucket full of medicines. Now he takes 0. How many people work in the pharmaceutical industry? How many people work in the pharmaceutical packaging industry? How many people work in the pharmaceutical distribution industry? You start doing the math, and yeah, we want to heal humanity. We want everybody to be better, but you got to think about it. If 20 or 30 million people adopted this way of eating, an awful lot of people are going to be out of a job. Now, there will be other jobs, and productivity for the people that, fix their lives will be up, but all the nursing homes will be emptied out. Maybe not all of them, but a majority of them. All these diabetes centers can now close down. All of these dialysis centers can close down. Anyway, Brian Nowicki of at Wikivore, his YouTube channel, Brian Nowicki, my partner on the podcast tomorrow night, Wednesday night, we're going to discuss this subject. We're going to really do a deep dive into what happens if we do heal humanity. What's the other side? What are the unintended consequences? I think the good outweighs the bad, probably 10 to 1. But that's not to say there wouldn't be bad. There'd be a lot of good, though. I would love to see people well and people thriving and people feeling good and less mental health problems. But that's not to say people won't be displaced. Anyway, just food for thought, kind of an interesting conversation to have. It may not ever come to fruition. We may not be able to talk. I mean, hell, I can't even talk my spouse or my siblings into adopting this way of eating. But hope springs eternal. And more people every day are adopting a ketovore, carnivore way of eating. I'm seeing more and more YouTube channels pop up, more and more Facebook groups pop up, where people are reversing disease and they're getting healthy and they're getting off medications. But if this thing ever ramped up and took off and had that, straight up graph to where people were really ditching their meds and doing proper nutrition, be interesting to see what happens, because you have to understand, like I understand, that the medical industry, the pharmaceutical industry, The insurance industry, the food industry, everything in our industry in America is set up on keeping you sick. Everything. There's nothing in the United States economy that doesn't in some way benefit from you being sick. Think about it. If you have a 401k at work, if you're a school teacher and you're in the teacher's retirement system, a lot of that money from your retirement is invested in PepsiCo, Nabisco, all these different food companies, and they're invested in insurance companies. They're invested in big healthcare companies, pharmaceutical companies. So this affects everything and everybody. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. I want people to get healthy and fix their lives and live every day like I live every day. But that's just to say, it's a fun exercise to think about what would happen if people really, really did take their health seriously. How much different would our world look, and how much different would the economy be? You guys join us tomorrow night, Real Talk with Brian and Johnny. Real Talk with Brian and Johnny, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, on my channel at The Carnivore Champion, or on Brian's channel at Wikivore. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, we're going to broach this subject, and we're going to just let our imaginations run wild. It's going to be a fun conversation. We invite you to join in, comment, ask questions. We will answer. We will discuss everything you say. We will talk about it in real time right there on YouTube. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for today. I came out this morning and I did my sprints. You guys know I'm going to enter the senior games next. I think they're going to be end of March or 1st of April, so I got 6.5 months to get ready. Came out today and did some sprints. I'm up to doing the 50-yard dash. My record so far has been, I think it's 9.199. So my goal today is to beat 9.199. Hope you enjoy the song. The very first comment, the pinned comment in my video, the pinned comment will be the link to the song. So if you enjoy the song and you want to download it, have it for your playlist, or if you want to use it on your videos, you have my unlimited permission to use my songs on your videos or on your playlist or whatever, all you want. They belong to me. I own them. And I'm freely giving them to anybody who wants them. So with that, we're going to say, you know what time it is. Cue the music. Let's go.
The mirror tells a story, one I don't want to see. Lately I've been feeling like I'm trapped in misery. Weights creeping up with every bite I take. Body aches reminding me of the path I used to make. Sick and tired of a life that's passing me by.